Yeah, phenomenal job by the players, man. Way to grit and grind. I really wish you could see that locker room. It's a group of guys in there that have bound together and grinded together and stuck together through the ups and the downs. That's special. But hats off to the players. Hats off to ODU, man. Every year we play these guys, man, it's a battle. But we're 4-0 against them. Have found a way each year to grind it out. Tested us in a lot of areas. We made some adjustments. They made some adjustments. Ultimately, the players stepped up today in a huge way. Really proud of them. Got to reload and get ready for next week.
How about Braylon Braxton put the balls right where they needed to be, and the receivers went out and made plays, and kind of felt like every time you needed a big one, he was there.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the week. They do a really good job, committing to stop the run. They kind of force you to pass. And basically what they were saying is we don't believe that you can throw the ball and beat us. So I challenged the guys on the perimeter. I challenged the O-line to protect. I challenged Braylon to step up and make good reads. And they made plays today. And that's what we're going to have to do down the stretch, because teams are going to always have, ability to do one or the other, play really good in the back end or play really good in the box. But, I thought Braylon stepped up, made some big-time throws. I thought the receivers came up and made some big-time catches. Hats off to those guys. Phenomenal job of executing. Phenomenal job by Braylon and the offense preparing all week. We challenged them. They stepped up.
What was the adjustment that Old Dominion, from what you could see, that Old Dominion made at the half? 4 straight touchdown drives, and they did a lot with their quarterback, as you thought he might do.
Yeah, they kind of did some. I don't like to call it trickery, but they ran some plays and then kind of hit some bluffs to get the ball down the field. And then they started playing some games with the running back and the quarterback. We had some things set up in the first half on when to, play the quarterback, when to bend, when to chase. They flipped some things, and we flipped, they flipped, we flipped. Kind of a chess match. I thought they did a really good job, though, in the first couple of drives. Then once we kind of figured out what they were doing, we kind of got back into a groove a little bit there the last couple of series. But a really good job. That's a good coaching staff. They challenged us, we missed some opportunities in the first half to change the score a little bit, which kept them in it. We talked about that at halftime. We were going to have to respond, and I thought the players did a good job.
You get set up with a couple short fields there by way of the special teams unit. Just how big of a boost was that to work, from midfield forward? Yeah,
we talked about it. You got to play complimentary football in November. And special teams has showed up in a big way for us the last few weeks. That team's known for blocking kicks, and you talk about how physical they are and all that stuff. Our guys dominated them. Just completely dominated them in the return game, which made it easy on our offense. We were starting in midfield. That changes how you call the game. If we go back and look, I don't know offhand, but the times we had to go the distance of the field, they probably had some success, or puts us in a little bit different scenario. But I thought special teams showed up in a big way. It was good getting Reese back. I thought Reese and Totten did a good job in the kickoff game. You guys won't see it in the stat sheet, but it was some guys running and tattooing people in the kickoff game. That's a mentality. And I think we kind of took a little bit out of them in the special teams momentum with how fast we were playing on coverage and then the big returns. But hats off to the guys. It's a bunch of guys on that special teams unit that are rotational guys. They may not play a lot, but they take a lot of pride in their job on teams. Galante does a really good job of challenging them, and they stepped up today. We're going to need that, down the stretch to continue to play well.
Dealt with some injuries on both sides of the line tonight. But to see the guys come in and make some plays, hold their ground, does that just kind of speak to the depth that you thought you've had, and now you're starting to see it late in the season?
Yeah, you don't ever, you never feel great when a guy gets injured. Obviously, that's somebody's child. But it creates an opportunity for somebody to step up, and we talk about it all the time. I told them Friday, I said, somebody's going to make a play in this game, and you may have not made a play all year. DeMarcus Harris makes a big 2-point catch on the 2-point conversion. He's probably a young man that's probably, hadn't gotten, a ton of opportunities. And I told the guys, I said, if you stay locked in and you stay committed to winning the game, your opportunities will come. And he's done a phenomenal job. Meeks is another guy, who's had a opportunity to step up today. Shamarcus Adams had an opportunity to step up today. Some guys on defense had an opportunity to step up today. Ultimately, that's what you got to do. You guys don't want to hear about injuries. You guys won't write about that. You'll write about what we didn't do well as coaches, but you don't write about the guys getting hurt. So we tell them, hey, we got to be ready to step up and give the next guy an opportunity. And I thought guys stepped up today. So that's really good to see that they bought into that mentality of being ready, being prepared. I think a lot of times, you say it and you preach it, but it's hard to do. It's hard to prepare like a starter when you're not a starter. This is game, 12, 11, or whatever. Some of these guys ain't played all year, or a ton. It's hard to keep preparing. Speaks to the locker room, speaks to the culture, speaks to the leadership we have. When guys buy into a culture, they'll do those type of things, regardless of if they're getting their lot in life or their lot in the season or their name's getting put in lights. They'll keep watching film. They'll keep practicing hard. They'll keep buying in. That's what true culture is. It's hard to paint a picture of what that looks like, but when guys get an opportunity to step up, them being ready, it's huge, huge.
You've talked about the team being focused on 1-0 every single week. Do you sense that this might be the hungriest they've been now that they can see?
Yeah, they should be hungry. They got one game left, guaranteed. We may not go to a bowl game. Just because you win 8 don't mean you go. It makes you bowl eligible. That doesn't make you bowl selected. So this is the last game. This is our last game. When seniors walk off the field, they got nothing else guaranteed. If they tell us, we got a bowl game, if our administration tells us we're going to a bowl game, we'll go. But right now, we got one more guaranteed game. They should be hungry because this is it. This family ends in a week. Anything after that is extra. But we should be hungry as heck because this season's over on next Saturday. Win, lose, or draw. So how are we going to walk out of this 2024 season will be determined by what we do tomorrow, what we do Monday, what we do Tuesday, Wednesday, throughout the week. But we got nothing guaranteed. So I don't think they should be looking ahead. I don't think they are. We got one game that's guaranteed. We have to play next week or they'll fine us. We don't have to go to anything else. So we have to play next week. So that's where our focus should be. Got one game left. So seniors, this is it. Team, this is it. So how are we going to finish? It's a question. Thanks, guys. Go Hurt.